Online marketing can grow your local business quickly. With so many advertising options to choose from, it's easy for businesses to overlook one of the most successful strategies like online marketing. An astounding 1 out of every $4 spent globally is on the internet. You'll be amazed at the power of online marketing to help you gain more customers. We caught up with one of the leading experts in online marketing who has some powerful tips for you when it comes to getting new customers.
Hey Bill, thanks for the opportunity for the interview today. You know, as we were talking, it is a really, really precarious time for people in society, in the political climate, in the financial climate, and especially in the business climate, where people are just kind of perplexed as, what do I do next? I mean, there's this whole talk of the new normal, except nobody knows what that looks like. Well, I don't want to bust everybody's bubble, and I'm probably in a camp by myself, but I don't think there is a new normal. I don't think there ever was a, quote, normal for people. I just think they had gotten accustomed to the way life was. They called that normal, but all the time there were these little shifts going on in society, in the finance world, in the business world, political world, social world. And we just kind of slowly adapted. But then all of a sudden, boom, we were hit with this big, huge, radical change that had to be made. And of course, what happens oftentimes for businesses, you know, is what comes around as, I've got to do something here. I've got to try to figure out the next step, but I don't know, because it's kind of like the deer in the headlights. What do we do? And so I recently wrote an article on our blog about the 6 risks that businesses face that threaten their business in 2022, partly because I think this is what happens when there's these radical shifts and everybody's trying to scramble to find out how to just be calm and take the next step forward. So if you don't mind, I'd like to share that, just highlight them, and then read about them on our blog. But the reality is what I think the first risk is what happens to most people when there's a crisis is they clamp down on their pocketbook, right? And in a case for businesses, that usually has to do with their marketing budget. They reduce their marketing budget. Well, we're gonna watch every penny we spend. And I get it. I mean, you know, that's normal reaction. But what we learned out of 2020 and 2021 was that businesses that ramped up their marketing budget got the best business, got the most business, became profitable. Why? Because nature abhors a vacuum. So all the people that pull back from marketing just left it wide open for the people who said, let's spend more in marketing. So as a business owner going into 2022, I would encourage you to look, if you're going to cut something, don't let it be marketing. Find some other ways to cut back on your spending and ramp up your marketing budget. Number 2 risk that they face is being late to the party. You know, being late to the party. We see that all the time in when things happen, when there's a shift in something, when there's a new technology there, when there's a new product, when there's a new service that comes out, when there's a new company that comes to town. Being late to the party usually means that you wind up losing customers or prospects or patients, whatever you call the people that do business with you. You lose that share of the market to the new people, you know, to the people who took action, who showed up early to the party. Well, we saw that in 2020 and 2021. People that kind of got late to get to the party missed out. One example is the Paycheck Protection Program that the government offered people. A lot of businesses jumped right on it, got money. But the businesses that came late to the party, who procrastinated, missed out totally. Well, there's some good news, is they kind of reopened the party for businesses, but a lot of businesses, again, they don't know about it because they wrote it off. I'm late to the party. It doesn't do me any good, but they do. We talk about that in the article as well. You know, I think the third risk that businesses face is the failure to innovate. Is they don't become flexible and adaptable. If anything we learned through the process of 2020 and 2021 is you have to get flexible. You have to realize that things are always going to be shifting. I mean, technology is at breaknecking speed. right now. I mean, it's just roaring. Things are changing right and left, and people are still trying to do things the old way. I mean, the 70s way, kind of, so to speak. And they're not innovating. Because innovation takes some work. It takes some work to be creative, right? But that's a risk that every business faces. They have to learn to be innovative in their industry, in their space. I think the risk number 4, you know, is one of those things of that you kind of, when it happens, you don't forget it. I guarantee you that the example that I use to people is like kind of getting up groggy in the morning and going to the pantry and getting a box of cereal in a bowl and pouring the cereal in the bowl and reaching in the refrigerator and getting the milk and pouring the milk in the bowl and sticking your spoon in it and taking a bite, and suddenly to realize this is horrible. And you look at the milk carton and it's expired, right? It's expired. That's what happens to a lot of businesses. The expiration date of what they're doing has passed them by. Whether it's a website that needs to be more modernized and more, more nimble in what it can do with the purpose of capturing leads instead of trying to be a sales billboard of everything that they do with their business. No, capture leads. That's what you have to grow your business. It's the lifeblood. So it's outdated. The date went by, or the way that they handle their products is that way. A lot of businesses, were suddenly slapped in the face as they couldn't be open. Right? They couldn't be open, and so, quote, the expiration date of the way they did business expired, and a lot of them just didn't know what to do, and they lost their business, and that's sad. I think another risk, Bill, that businesses face is they're still in business, but they lost their passion. There's nothing, I think, more depressing to a business owner than just be caught in the doldrums of what do I do, and they're not passionate. And I think one big thing that business owners need to do is take the step of letting their customers, their patients, their clients hear their voice and see their face, because nobody's as passionate about the business as a business owner, and they need their clients, their customers need to hear from them, and prospects too. They need to hear the passion of the business owner, and we found a unique way to do that. Talk about that on the blog. And then number 6, real quick. Number 6 is not going all in on the hybrid model. In our culture today, there's a lot of things talking about hybrid, whether it's solar or whether it's electric cars or a combination of both. But a lot of businesses have not figured out that you can have an online business, a real in-person service, but also, an offline business and an online business. You can have an online service and an offline service, not realizing that there are more ways to get people engaged with your business. Now, quote, that some business, the pandemic's over, or this has changed and that's changed, I can go back to doing business as normal. And they don't go in on the hybrid model of doing both. And so, I would just encourage, your readers and viewers to take some time to think about those 6 risks, and they can find out about them, at yourmarketingdr.blog. That's our blog, yourmarketingdr.blog, and learn about these 6 risks that they face. And of course, we offer them the opportunity to help them figure it out. I think for some businesses, it boils down to they don't know what to do in marketing, and we offer our services as what's called a fractional marketing officer. They can't afford a full-time marketing person, or maybe they have one, but it's just not working. But we come aboard and we help them. Or maybe they need marketing coaching. They need someone to just kind of be with them there every month to say, hey, let us help you through the process, and let us kind of give you some guidelines as to what's going on. Because hey, you can't keep up with it all, right? Well, Bill, thanks for the interview, and I hope your readers and viewers get a lot out of this. And we look forward to doing it again soon. Thanks.
Wow, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Now you can really see the impact online marketing has on your local business. It's easier than you thought, right? All you have to do is put it into action. Are you ready for the next step? Get the information you need to get started. Reach out to our expert by calling the number on your screen. Thank you for your time.